Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you 3 DIYs. This first one is for a candle holder or a stocking holder. You can do either one. I bought the hacksaw, tried to use it, didn't need it, and also the wreath hanger. I'll show you that later on. But these are 2, I think they're called balloon weights. And I found those in the party section of Dollar Tree. And I'm just removing them. First, the decoration part, removing the decoration part from the wire. And here's my failed attempt. I tried to use the hacksaw, but it did nothing but frustrate me. So I decided to use my wire cutters, which worked in like 2 seconds. There you have it, just like that. And that's what's in there. It's like this sandy, cementy thing. So here I'm going to use the tumbling blocks, and I'm just trying to figure out here which shape I want to use for the candle holder, stocking holder. So I'm trying out this square shape, and I kind of like that, but I think it's going to take up too much room on my mantle. And so I decided to try a circular shape. So I'm just placing the blocks around the balloon weight to see how it'll fit. And look at that, fits perfectly. So now all I have to do is glue it in place. And I used some hot glue to do that. And the hot glue worked really well. I recommend having the balloon weight down on a flat surface so that the blocks will sit flat when you're done. And this is what it looks like. I will tell you guys that I messed up on the first one. Even though I laid the blocks out, I didn't leave enough room, and so one of them ended up not really fitting properly, but this one turned out the way I intended it to. So now I'm going to take it out and spray paint it with this Krylon metallic gold paint. I have this wreath hanger, and I use this motion here to break it in half, and it snapped a clean break just like that. And I thought I'd use these to use the balloon weights as stocking holders, and if not, I put these blocks together like this to use as a stocking holder. But all that was scrapped as well. You'll see there's a change in plans later on, but these were the 2 options that I gave myself at the time. By the way, I used the Gorilla wood glue to put the wood pieces together, and I do recommend that for these wood pieces. I started this project and a long time went by before I picked it up again, but here it is with the blocks spray painted, and you can see that little block sticking out right there. Yeah, that's where I wasn't paying attention and to the spacing, but I'm going to use it anyway. I'm just going to put that part towards the back, but that's one wrong one and one where it's supposed to look like. And these are the pieces that I used from before, but I broke them apart because I made it way more complicated than it needed to be. Here's the Gorilla wood glue. I took those old pieces apart, and now I'm putting them together in this very simple way. I don't know why I made it so complicated before, but here we go. Putting together the painted pieces, and of course you could spray paint these any color to match your decor, but I thought pretty classic gold and green will go well on my mantle. So just setting those aside to let them dry. So now we're going to work on decorating these candle holders, stocking holders, and you can use these either way, the top side or this side where you can insert a candle inside, or whatever decor you'd like to use. You can even put a big ornament in there. That would look cute. These are the individual tinsel ties from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to bend it inside. There's a wire running through it. So I just want to bend it into a round shape so that it will hold easily around the candle holder, stocking holder, whichever one. And I think just like that, just simple like that, it's good just like that. It doesn't need too much more embellishing. I do decorate these later on, but very simply. I don't think they need much. And I'm just using some hot glue to attach it to the wood pieces. Be careful here because you can easily burn yourself with the hot glue. That's a high temperature glue gun that I'm using. So just be careful there. And if you're looking for these red glue guns, they have them at Michael's. They were on sale for $5. They were in a pack that came with glue sticks. I think the original price is $10. That was part of a haul from Michael's a couple of weeks ago. Well, right after Thanksgiving, I should say. So you just want to hold it in place until the glue starts to dry, or else the tinsel garland will start to try to lift up. So here are both pieces done. And now we're going to move on into putting some decorations on them. Again, I don't think they necessarily need them. I think they look really good and rustic just like that. These will look great, farmhouse style decoration. I'm going to use this ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. It says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." And I'm just going to tie a little shoelace bow using that ribbon, dovetail the ends. And then I'm going to use this red gem that also comes from the Dollar Tree in a package. It has a sticky back, but I'm going to put some more glue on it to secure the hold. And put that right in the center of the shoelace ribbon. And I'm going to put that on the front of the candle holder, stocking holder, whatever you want to use it for. And I'm just going to secure that on the candle holder, stocking holder. I'm just going to call it the holder with some hot glue. There's a little gap there where the tinsel was, so that's the spot where I'm going to put it, so it attaches right to the piece of wood instead of to the garland. And look at how cute, just like that. Done and done. You can make them both the same, or however many you'd like to make. You can make them all the same, but I decided to do something different with the second one. And I'm using these candles from the Dollar Tree. These are taller and skinnier than the usual LED candles. These are the pillar ones. It gives off a warm yellow-ish type of flicker flame. And these fit inside of the candle holders. The other ones, the shorter, wider ones, do not. So you want to get these if these are the candles that you want to use. Again, I got those from the Dollar Tree. So if you want to use it as a stocking holder, you would simply place it on top of these wood pieces. You don't have to glue it. It will stay. The weight of it will keep it down. And that way, if you change your mind and you don't want it to be a stocking holder anymore, but a candle holder, kind of off season or whatever, then it's not glued to that platform. So now I'm just taking some pine cones and berries from picks that I got from the Dollar Tree, and again using the hot glue to secure them to the second candle holder. I was going to use the silver berries, but decided that the red berries would be better. And that one is all done. I think it's so cute. I think it's so charming and a great way to repurpose those balloon weights, especially if you've had a party and you have a bunch of those and you don't know what to do with them. So here they are on my mantle. I'll link the video to where I decorate the mantle, although there have been some additions since I posted that video. But this is what it looks like as a candle holder using those LED pillar candles from Dollar Tree. There's one with the ribbon. I think it's so cute, and it matches everything on my mantle very well. That metallic gold paint is really helping to tie everything in. And so now we're gonna see what it looks like as a stocking holder. This is my Wonder Woman stocking that I got from Etsy a few years ago. I love it. It's so cute. I don't know if the young lady is still making it, but these are the stockings that I got for my dogs, my two dogs. You'll actually see them later on in the video if you stick around for that. But I'm just attaching the bottom wood pieces and hanging the stockings, and that's what it looks like. You could put some embellishments on the front of the stocking holder part to hide the line between the two pieces of wood. I decided not to. I wanted to keep it kind of rustic looking. And there you have it. What do you guys think? So this next DIY is a Glam candle holder. You'll need a mirror from the Dollar Tree and these acrylic gems that come with the LED light in the package. Your handy glue gun, and of course, what's a glue gun without a lot of extra glue sticks, right? Okay, so you're basically going to remove the mirror from the frame. And they have a lot of different shaped mirrors at Dollar Tree. You choose whatever one you want. I like this circular one, and I'm gonna take the acrylic gems out of the packet. I'm not using the tea light part for this project, but you can definitely hold on to it for a later project. These are the little gems that I'm after. So you want to flip your mirror over and just go about hot gluing those gems around the edge of the mirror. I originally wanted to get the regular acrylic gems, but I can't find them at any Dollar Tree here. So I found these, and you know what? I think I like these better. So I didn't realize at first that there was a light like right in your eye while I was filming this, but when I did realize it, I took a brochure and I put it over that glare so you don't have to stare into that bright light. There we go. So I'm just going to continue gluing these gems all around the edge of the mirror. And this is what it looks like. So simple, but it made it so glamorous. Putting these stones around it. And you know, I think they look more jewel-like than the regular acrylic gems. I was considering doing a second row, so I laid these gems around to see what it would look like. And it didn't give me much room to work with, although I like the look. It was a little too crowded, so I dumped those out. And this is what we have. I really like those acrylic stones. I wish I could find a big bag of those somewhere. I'd probably have them stuck all over everything in this apartment. But there you have it. So simple, so easy. Hey, camera. And this is what it looks like on my coffee table. I ended up taking another Dollar Tree vase or candle holder, I guess it is, and putting the gems around the bottom, and then around the middle of it putting a line of the bling wrap also from the Dollar Tree. This LED candle I got from Michael's last Christmas. I'm not sure if they have it again this year, but it has sparkly, sequency stuff around the edge of it. It's like a remote control candle. So that's what the candle holder looks like, and this is what the base of it looks like, the mirror that we just transformed for the DIY. And I think any glam girl you know would be so excited to get this for a holiday gift, because you know what? You can use this on your vanity, and you can use it in your regular decor. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. I think it's so cute. It's so easy. And our last DIY is going to be a mini wreath. And I'm going to link in the description box the channel of the YouTuber who I got this idea from. And everything you need will be from the Dollar Tree, although one thing I did get from Walmart. This is one of the mini wreath forms. They come in a 2-pack at the Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1. It's an 8-inch mini wreath form. You're going to need 4 rolls of mesh. These are also from the Dollar Tree. They come in a bunch of different colors, so you pick whichever you would like to make your wreath with. And you're also going to need some pipe cleaners, and I got the red and silver just because I thought they coordinated best with the mesh that I have. You can use whatever color pipe cleaners you have on hand. You don't have to go out and get color coordinated ones. You're going to need a skinny ribbon. This one has little gifts on it. This is from the Dollar Tree. And this next ribbon is a wider snowflake glittery ribbon. And I actually got this one from Walmart. But they have wider ribbons at Dollar Tree. You don't have to go to Walmart. I just saw that one and really liked it. Also from the Dollar Tree is this little Santa hat headband. I was going to say ornament, but it's a headband. We're not going to use the headband part, just the hat. And also these little elf feet ornaments from the Dollar Tree. They come in these 2 colors. And I bought them both. I didn't know which ones I was going to use, if I wanted the green shoes or the red shoes. I decided that the red shoes would go better with the red hat, because you know you have to coordinate, right? And last but not least, you'll need a little something to go in the middle, and I decided to go with this wooden Happy Holidays ornament, also from the Dollar Tree. I think this was new at my Dollar Tree. I haven't seen it there before, so I grabbed that. So this project takes a lot of prep work, okay? So you're going to take your pipe cleaners, and you're basically going to bend them into a U shape. First, you're going to take the long pipe cleaner, you're going to cut that in half. And then you're going to take those 2 halves and you're going to individually bend them into a soft V or a U shape. And this is all prep work. Most of everything for this particular DIY will take a lot of prep. Putting the actual wreath together doesn't take long, but the prep work part, it's, you can put on a TV show and catch up on it, binge watch something, put some Christmas music on. It's a lot of repetition, but I think the payoff is worth it. Also, if you have some little hands to help you with this, that would be great. But it was just me. So there's a lot of pauses, a lot of breaks. So another part of the prep is cutting the ribbon down to size, both ribbons. And you want to cut both the wider ribbon and the skinny ribbon to the same length. And then you also want to dovetail them. So this ribbon right here from Walmart is 15 feet. The skinny ribbon from Dollar Tree is 9 feet. So I'm going to end up with some extra wider ribbon. And I'm measuring it against the length of the mesh roll. And I'm cutting it about a little longer than the length of the mesh roll. So that's what I'm going to do for the entire 15 feet of this ribbon, is to cut it all the same length. Once I have that one measured out, I'm going to cut them all to length, and then I'm going to dovetail them on both ends. And I'm going to do the same thing with the skinny ribbon. So remember all that prep work I was talking about before? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so I've already made a few bundles, or a couple of bundles I should say, and tied them on the wreath, and I wasn't recording. Good job. Okay, so now let's show you how to make the rolls, the bundles I should say. So I'm putting the little scissors on the mesh to hold it down so it won't roll towards me while I'm trying to roll the bundles up. And basically you're going to take the mesh and you're going to roll it into a tube. And once that tube is formed, you're going to cut it straight across and then hold it in place in between your fingers. And because you're doing that, you'll see you don't have free hands to dovetail ribbons and cut pipe cleaners. So that's where the prep work comes in. And you're going to need 3 tubes per bundle. So this is me rolling up the second tube and then cutting it. So you'll see that having the pipe cleaners already there, pre-cut and already bent in a shape where you don't have to struggle with it is so helpful. You just put it on there and twist it really, really tightly. As you know, mesh unfolds really easily. And there you go, there's a bundle. So my apologies, I got so caught up in what I was doing. I didn't really get you guys a close-up of how I was attaching this to the mini wreath form, but I'm using the 2 outermost rungs to attach the bundles all the way around. I'm using the outer 2 rungs to attach the rolls. the bundles, I should say, to the wreath. And guys, I was so tired this day. I had a lot going on, and for some reason, my mind was preoccupied, and instead of doing it the sensible way, I kept going back and forth between the red mesh and the white mesh. As you can see on the wreath form, I started with a red bundle, then I went to a white bundle, then I just tied on another red bundle, and now I'm cutting a white bundle. And it finally dawned on me, why am I going back and forth? I can just cut all of the bundles from the wreath, the same wreath, set them aside, and then move on to the next roll of mesh. So eventually I did do it that way, but it took me a minute. I was kind of in automatic mode. But these are the 3 bundles. Every other roll, or every other bundle, I should say, I'm putting a ribbon. So I'm not putting the ribbon on every roll. I'm putting it on every other roll. So it kind of turns out to be the red bundles that get the ribbons, and the white mesh bundles just go on with the white mesh. So again, I'm attaching those to the wreath form using the outer 2 rungs, twisting really, really tightly on the wreath form to make sure it's secure. Here I'm just kind of fluffing it out, trying to make sure that as I go, the ribbon is laying the way I want it to lay. And now I'm switching again. I don't know what to tell you. I did finally get my stuff together and realize that I didn't have to go back and forth between the rolls, like I said before. But apparently it hadn't dawned on me yet at this point. So I'm making another bundle with the red mesh. Also, guys, if you have a clothespin or a clamp to hold the mesh in place, then you don't have to hold it between your fingers. Or if you have a paperweight or something that you can set it underneath. I know not everyone has the ability to kind of hold things in their hands like that. So if you want to clamp it using something else to keep the rolls in place, then by all means, clothespin, a clamp, a heavy object to hold down the center, whatever's going to be helpful for you. And like I said, if you have little hands to help you or other big hands to help you, the process goes a lot quicker. But these little wreaths come out so full. You can see how full that little section already looks. with just that bit of mesh on it. And it fills up the center of the wreath too. So if you wanted to spray paint the wreath form, you could. I have a large gold, kind of a champagne gold wreath that I made for a fundraiser. And I did spray paint that one gold because you could see through it. There were some clear ornaments that you could see through. But this one you don't have to. Look how full that is. Finally, I'm done with it. But look how cute it is. You could leave it like that and just hang it on the door. You'd be ready to go. So in the original version of this, there were ornaments that were hot glued throughout the wreath. The original YouTuber who made this, again, her video is linked in the description box. I made an elf wreath just like hers, and I did hot glue some red ornaments throughout that wreath. I'll show you that, a picture of that in a few minutes. But for this wreath, I didn't have any more red ornaments, and these ornaments, the silver and the kind of snowball white ones, I don't think they really went. So I decided not to hot glue them. I just put them in place so I could see what they look like. And I didn't like them for this wreath, so I just took them out and set them aside. And now we are going to work on the little elf feet. Again, this is an ornament from the Dollar Tree, and you're just going to cut the leg part from the I guess the ornament holding part. I don't know what the technical term for that part is, but you know what I mean. You want to inspect the legs too. The original YouTuber, I'm sorry, I keep calling her that. I don't know her name. She actually stuffed the legs with a little bit of cotton to make them fuller. I'm not stuffing these. I am going to fix the little accent around the bottom of the legs. And before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and detach this cute little hat. It is so adorable, from the headband. And you know what? It pulls right off. It's only attached with glue, maybe hot glue. And it just peels right off. And if you make projects with headbands, don't throw this away. You can recover it, you can repurpose it, just hang on to it. You never know in the future what this headband could do for you, right? So it's sewn clothes at the bottom. And here I'm just picking off a few extra tag-alongs that came from the store. And back to the legs. So you want to make sure your legs are as much of an even length as possible. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 green pipe cleaners, and I'm going to bend them into a soft U shape. Then I'm going to take some hot glue and I'm going to put it in the top opening of the elf legs. Once that's done, I'm going to take the pipe cleaner, the bent part of the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to put that inside of the opening of the elf leg, and I'm going to press down so that that can seal together. And I'm going to set that aside to cool, and I'm going to do the next one because the pipe cleaners are how we are going to attach these elf legs to the mini wreath form. And be careful here, the cloth that these are made from is pretty thin. So especially if you're using a high temp glue gun like I am, it's really easy to burn yourself. So just be careful there. So while we set these aside to let them cool off, we're going to go ahead and attach a red pipe cleaner to the bottom of the hat. Right there in that opening in between the fuzzy space. We're going to use a red pipe cleaner. I used a different color pipe cleaner so I can know what's what in the back of the wreath. So the green will be for the legs, the red will be for the hat. So I'm going to put a ton of hot glue right there in the middle of the hat. And I'm going to put the red pipe cleaner there. And that's how we're going to attach the bottom part of the hat to the wreath form. Just holding it there until it cools. I decided to add some more hot glue to the top of it just to make sure it was the pipe cleaners kind of enrobed in hot glue. I want it to be sealed in hot glue. And once that I feel that that's going to stay in place for me, it just takes a while because it's a lot of hot glue. I set that aside to cool and to set up. And while that does that, I'm going to go back to the legs, the feet, and they've cooled. And I just see some places where that I want to fix. So this little part of the outfit wasn't laying the way that I wanted it to, so I fixed that with some hot glue. On the other form that I made, the one with the elf hat, I even had to fix the pom-pom on the shoe. So just holding that in place until it looks the way I want it to look. So here I'm just trying to see how I want the feet to dangle or the legs to dangle from the wreath form, how far I want them to dangle. And so using the green pipe cleaners again, I'm going to use sliding that underneath the outer two rungs of the wreath form and then twisting that in place. And I just want to get it the length that I want it to be. I'm going to slide that second pipe cleaner under the innermost rung and then twisting those together to keep them in place. The first one is the easiest because no matter what length it is, it's probably going to be okay. The second one is a little more tricky because you don't want to have one leg high and one leg low. So you have to, really pay attention to the length of the first leg when you're attaching the second one. So there I'm just bringing a piece of mesh through the leg so it'll kind of dangle flat. And there you go, our one-legged elf wreath. So here we go, attaching the second one. Make sure you have those feet facing opposite directions. The good thing about this, it's not glued in place. You can adjust this, make them shorter, make it to where only the shoe part shows. It's completely up to you. So I'm just adjusting these legs with the pipe cleaners, making sure they are the same before twisting those into place. And there you have it. Look how cute. So I'm raising up the camera just so you can get a wider view. Since this project's about to get a little longer, we're going to add the hat. I'm just moving some things out of the way, some things we're not using. And now that the glue on the hat has set up, we're going to go ahead and find where you want it. You could put it to the side, like it was attached to the headband. It may not, well, for me, I didn't like it to the side. So I tried to center it as much as possible. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to visually find the center where the hat is going to go. Again, I apologize for this angle, but I did need to look at this straight on to see if I wanted it sideways or kind of leaning to the side, or if I wanted it in the center. And again, I did decide to go with the center. So I'm basically parting all of the mesh as much as I can to put the red pipe cleaners from the hat down to where I can attach it to the wreath form. The mesh is pretty full, but it's really easy to separate, but you just want to make sure that the hat is on straight. I don't know if you can tell, the hat is on straight, but it is leaning forward a little bit. It's in the position where I want it to be, but it is leaning forward a little bit. So, much like the original YouTuber that I got this idea from, she also had to attach pipe cleaners to the back of the elf hat that she used. So I decided to do the same thing with this little Santa hat. I just bent a red pipe cleaner, and I'm going to put a ton of hot glue on it in the back of the hat. And attach that to the wreath form, and that's going to help just keep it looking straight. It won't lean forward, it won't lean back, it'll just hold it up better. And I went to the Dollar Tree and I found these colored glittered glue sticks, and they had them in red, so I didn't want to waste all the hot glue that I already had in the glue gun and use the red glittered glue, but that would look so much better. It doesn't dry that kind of opaque white color. So definitely, if you have a project where you're going to use a specific color, you should go out and get those glue sticks to help make the look more cohesive. Now for the elf wreath, I did a gift box, but for this one I wanted to do something different, so I found this ornament. It's a little wooden ornament from the Dollar Tree, and it says Happy Holidays, and it's nice and glittery with a little tree on it, and I decided I wanted to put that in the middle of this wreath. And I did attach some green pipe cleaners to the back of this sign and attach it to the wreath form, just like I did with the legs, just like I did with the hat. And there you have it, little happy legs. And there's the elf wreath that I did with the little gift box in the middle. So these are all of our projects. These are our candle holders / stocking holders. I really like those. I think they're so rustic, and I think it's a great way to repurpose balloon weights, more of a permanent way to use those balloon weights. There they are as stocking holders. And they're gonna hold up to stocked stuffings too, I think. Stuffed stockings, is that what I'm trying to say? And here is our glammed up candle holder and base using our acrylic rocks from the LED light kit. So glam, so cute. I think this is going on my vanity after the holidays. And our cute little wreaths, our little mini wreaths. And what these cost a few dollars to make, but they look way more expensive. And that's Slash. Everybody say hi, Slash. He's so cute. He's one of my rescue dogs. I have 2 rescue dogs. They're going to be making their debut shortly. They're both powder puff Chinese cresteds. And one was a rescue from the Humane Society. The other one was a rescue from Patriots for Pets. And they are just my little babies. There they go. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you love these DIYs. I had so much fun making them. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on my next DIY. Happy holidays.